Hey everyone, welcome back to part 2 of In Hell We Fight, and sorry for that abrupt ending on the last video. My phone ran out of storage space, so to get to the preview, the preview project that I mentioned is going to be There Once Was a Happy Valley, having to do with Coldfinger, sort of an origin story, but here I'll give you a couple little views. It's just black and white right now. I haven't done any coloring. So just beginning, some of the beginning pages, there's a lot of dancing and merriment going on. And then we have a little sort of a shot of the village and the family leaving from the festival. And here's the family there. And I will be changing some of the characters' ultimate details as far as hair and stuff, but this is where it's at right now. And yeah, so that's There Once Was a Happy Valley, just like the title says there. And this is from the first and second page of the story. So I'm on page 4 currently, and I don't know exactly how many pages there will be, but this should be out in the fall, early winter. So all right, let's have a quick look at the rest of In Hell We Fight, and if there is any background noise, I apologize. It's I'm at the coast right now, so, and I have the van door open because it's a pretty warm day. So let's see, I'm going to close it a little bit just to see if I can get some more shade here on the book. There we go. All right. So real quickly, I mentioned last time that I'm really interested in depictions of hell, not for religious or spiritual or anything like that type of reasons, just as humans, what we're able to imagine. And one thing about human creativity is I've always noticed that there's a propensity for humans to be able to depict bad things much more than good things, and so that's always intrigued me. But so I just wanted to go over a couple of the things that I noticed regarding this artist's depiction of hell. There's haunted houses in hell. Oftentimes you'll see a lot of sort of broken and angular things. Here we see a bird hunting this worm, right? So that's sort of alluding to violence, but a lot of these things are in the natural world, right? These exist in reality, and so we're left with, as creators, with the trying to create something new that doesn't exist, which I think is really hard for the human mind, or taking something from reality and sort of twisting it and making it ugly or dangerous. This is one of the lead characters, sort of a devil figure, and you can see this is sort of a body, sort of barish type of scene. And these little creatures here, sorry for the shadows, are his offspring with this spider woman, right? So there's some form of revelry and reproduction going on in this depiction of hell for this story. Yeah, violence obviously is a part of hell. There's this really fun basement scene. I won't show much from it, but here you can see a beheading. So there's one passage in this book that's really telling of the concept of hell, at least for this artist and author, and it says that nothing good happens in hell. And there is a little depiction of heaven, which I'll contrast later. So this is an interesting big splash page, and here it's called The Little Shop of Horrors, chapter 3. But if you look at it, what makes this sort of hellish, right? You have these sort of fire pits. If you think of Apocalypse and Darkseid from the DC universe, you see these horned creatures, these sort of mouth, a lot of pointy angle type of things. There's a lot of little details in this piece that you can here's an angel of death, right, with this big iron Sith, I think it's called. There's another one in here, an octopus, right? So all of these things that are creepy, sort of violent, smoking and pipes and stuff like that. become sort of part of this depiction of hell. And even in the smoke, you see this sort of looks skullish, like a skull, human skull. The artist will play with that. Here's another one. So, and then this one's interesting. So this is in that little Shop of Horror City. Traffic here, it says in hell it's infinite, and so the rush hour traffic is even present in hell. I mean, if you think about it, how hellish it is to sit in traffic when you're not moving. I thought this is cool. There's a little Viking ship stuck in traffic. So there's little details like that. There's also a surfboard in the haunted house, which is strange. I wanted to see if there's any surfing in hell. And then I'll leave this one to your interpretation. They're going to this shop called Woody's. I think it's an antique store, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Antiques Emporium. They pull in, and they're going to this place called Woody's. They pull in, and then we have this shot of the ice cream truck with 2 scoops of ice cream in a cone. Looks like something else, if you ask me. And the fact that they're going to Woody's, I think the artist is obviously playing with something here. And you can make of it what you will. So here, interestingly, is a depiction of heaven. So remember that angel was kidnapped, and this is sort of the backstory, but this is the artist's depiction of heaven. Still sort of angular, but here we have pleasant colors, obviously gold, yellow, these warm colors, blue sky, clouds, right? So that's the depiction. And in this story, heaven is a place of boredom because everything is perfect, nothing goes wrong, and that leads this particular angel to leave heaven and to go into hell and to explore. And here's that line, but I was in hell now, where nothing good ever happens. Whereas in contrast to heaven, only good happens. So, anyways, she enters hell, and she's immediately met with these sort of demonic monstrosities who want to hurt her or something. So, because nothing good ever happens. So destruction is all over the place, right? You have these huge monsters destroying buildings. We have sort of a deserty landscape also as part of hell. And if you think of being out in the desert and how vulnerable and dangerous that is, it makes sense that you may incorporate that into your depiction of hell. Here is also that demon figure's father again. And if you look, this is in hell, so you have a lot of sort of sloppy, grotesque, right, pointy nose rings, earrings, and these are all, right, skulls. These are all details and weapons of what hell could be like. So here he's the hell boss. And all right, so I think there's one or two more, and then I'll call it good. So this is another splash page of them going to kill the devil frog, who is, as you know, sort of the leader. And this little devil figure, the reason why I stopped on this page, he's throughout the comic, he has an earring in his left ear for a vast majority of the book. And these are little nuances that I like to look. I looked through the whole book, and I found 2 pages where he has no earrings and 1 page where he has an earring on the right ear. And so this artist is human, right? A lot of these finer details as artists, we make mistakes, we forget sort of patterns, and here he has an earring in his right ear. And on previous pages, so here is his right ear, he doesn't have an earring in it, but almost always he has an earring in his left ear. And that brings me back to my childhood. Earring in the left ear for guys meant a certain thing, and an earring in the right ear meant another thing, and so forth. So I wondered if he was playing with that, because he was very consistent about having a left earring throughout the whole book, and this is one of the pages where he does not have an earring in his left ear. Here's the other image. And these are close enough that he should be putting in that detail. If he was further away, then he obviously wouldn't draw in the detail because it's too far away. But anyways, so that stood out to me, and all these depictions of hell are just fascinating. And I won't give you any more information on spoilers, but do check it out if you're interested in the title. It's a fun story, a bit gritty and all that, but enjoyable nonetheless. So, all right, bye.